Hello. Okay, so I checked some issues out. Hopefully the stream won't disconnect again. Um, but don't count on it. Anyway, uh, let's get right into it. Let me test chat. Cool. All right, let's do it. Let's do it again. Oof. Hmm. I'm just looking at the kilobyte square in the bottom right corner. Let me graphic settings. Sure. Let's go with that. Back to what we was doing. We're gonna be playing through all the time rifts in the entire game, and we're basically done with the Hand of Time. So yeah, something I'm worried about when I'm doing mods is the fact that like some mods in a Hand of Time, at least as far as I could tell, are not the most optimized thing ever, and I imagine that might have an impact on performance on the stream. So, yeah. Uh, what was it doing? Oh, right. Time riffs. Oop. Let me just get a bunch of pawns real quick because Mafia Town and Subcon Forest are like the best places to get pawns. Um, but yeah. Oh, all right. Oh, I can hear a time rift. Leave him alone! Ow. Yeah. Oh, I did miss a yarn. Okay. I guess I never come here before. Great. I don't understand why they decided not to keep track of all the yarn. I mean, granted, it doesn't really matter how many yarn you get by the end. It doesn't technically count towards 100% completion, but at least I think it doesn't. But I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to not exactly know where the yarns are, especially when they get kind of obscure sometimes. Um, but anyway. I always like this song. It's just, in a way, it kind of makes me think that this is just a much more kinder mafia town, even though the mafia are still pretty evil, as we'll see later in the game. For as much as I have grievances with how the story is sort of told in the main game, because really there isn't much of a coherent narrative beyond just stopping Mustache Girl, and even then, that doesn't get that much focus. But the time rifts, the purple time rifts at least, really do a great job of just fleshing out the world and the characters. Um, I've known that the purple time rifts are inspired by what was it called? It was like a memory thing in Psychonauts. I really need to play more of Psychonauts. I really enjoyed my time with the game. Um, ooh, let me get this. There we go. I like when you collect a bunch of pawns, the pitch gets a little higher every time until eventually like it reaches its peak pitch and it's just always playing that sound when you get a bunch, which is always quite satisfying. I think it would be kind of neat if there was like a cool mechanic where the sound of collecting pawns getting higher and higher actually is reflective of like you entering a state where like the amount of pawns you collect doubles or something. I don't know. It would seem it would be like a pretty neat idea to do. Uh, let's see. Whee. Whee. Oh yeah, this meat. It's a hunk of meat, just like in your cartoons, only far bigger. Weird, considering you haven't spotted any Leviathan animals around here. Maybe that's a cut creature. I don't know. Whoop. How does that hurt me? Anyway. Playing through Mafia Town again does make me realize, like... It does make me remember when I actually did play Sunshine through the 3D All-Stars collection, which, yeah, I do have that collection because, honestly, it's like... I don't like the way they treated the whole thing, like paying $60 at a limited time. It's just like, no. But, that was the first time I ever actually get to finish Super Mario Sunshine, because I actually do own the original GameCube copy, but unfortunately the disc is scratched, so that every time I enter the first secret level, the game would just constantly crash, which sucks. But yeah, it was the first time through 3D All Stars. It was the first time I ever actually finished Super Mario Sunshine, and I like Super Mario Sunshine. There's a lot. There are a bunch of things about Sunshine that I really appreciate, especially in the grand scheme of Mario. Just the setting and the atmosphere of that game is just wonderful. And no doubt what inspired Mafia Town here. Um, but that said, though, Super Mario Sunshine is such a weird game because it really feels like they don't know what they wanted the game to be like. Like, they can't decide if they want it to be like a more open-ended 3D platformer like Super Mario 64, or if they want to go for a more linear experience like Mario Galaxy. As a result, it has this. It reaches awkward middle ground where, like, the mission design isn't any more complicated than what you find in Mario 64, but because it's all, especially mandatory content, like, which is basically like the first 7 episodes of all 7 courses, you're basically going through these Mario 64 styled missions in a linear order, and it just kind of highlights how bare bones and repetitive that style of gameplay can be in its context. Because in Mario 64, it's like you have a lot of freedom of which objective you wanted to do, with a few exceptions. And for the most part, it's like the game basically encourages you to like go out, go play through a bunch of courses in any order you want. And while that's technically true in Sunshine, where you can tackle any of the courses in different ways, you don't actually tackle missions in a different way. It's always the same point A to point B thing. And that becomes really problematic when, for me at least, it honestly gets kind of fatiguing always constantly going back to the same starting location over and over. And one way that I did for myself to make me like keep playing the game is to just actively play through all the courses out of order, just so that the repetition of starting at the same place over and over doesn't really set in. Because Sunshine is a game that I've picked up and put down a lot, and that's mainly because at some point the game was just getting kind of irritating to me, just how much it repeats its content. So it's just unfortunate. There's a lot of things about Sunshine that are just really cool, and and honestly, it hasn't been done since. Like, I love 3D Mario games, but Sunshine covers something very specific that I really like, that I don't really think any other 3D Mario game has ever really replicated. Not even Odyssey. Woo! Ow. So yeah. It's kind of funny because in a way, like with how A Hat in Time handles its structure, it really is kind of like the compromise of Mario Sunshine done better, because it's not so much like you have big open worlds and you can only do them in specific orders. It's more like every chapter is something pretty unique, whether it be more linear or more open. And I don't know, I think A Hat in Time just flows a lot better than Sunshine, just because it isn't so bogged down by the repetition of it. Like, Mafia Town is the worst it ever gets in terms of repetition, just because, like, if you want to get everything with your pawns, replaying through this level a bunch of times is the best way to do it, because the pawns are always respawning every time you play the level. Which is a little bit of a problem here, because as I said before, it could get kind of tedious going through this area over and over again. But anyway, since I think I have enough pawns now, so let me just go to my first time rift. If I could hear for it. Whee. Grapple hooks is so fun. I wish there was more video games that have like momentum-based grappling. Because A Hat in Time basically stuck with a more traditional form of grappling, which is just a very set arc. But like, I was playing through the Rayman 4 prototype, and what's cool about the grappling in that game is that it's a very versatile mechanic where you can use it to like grab objects, swing enemies around, pull on level geometry, and of course using it as a grapple. And it's different from the typical Rayman grapple, where it's basically just a script, where it's a lot more physics-based now. It's a little janky because, you know, it's a prototype build, but it's really fun. Would I rather play Mario or A Hat in Time? I find either or. Like, I've replayed A Hat in Time like 5 times. I think this is my 6th playthrough. Okay, so if someone were to ask me if I would rather play Mario Odyssey or A Hat in Time, I would go for A Hat in Time. Just because I find A Hat in Time a much more special of an experience. I like Super Mario Odyssey. It's a good game, very good game, but that game is sort of bogged down by a lot of really repetitive content that I just don't care for. But yeah. Hello, Limnogoro. Thank you so much for hopping onto the stream for the first time. How are you doing? Let's see. Where is the time riff? Ow. Oh yeah, there's one obvious location right there. So right now, I'm basically reaching towards the end of this game now because I've basically finished through all the chapter content. I've collected all the rift coins and yarn that I could find in the chapters. At least enough so that, you know, the arrow doesn't pop up. No, this is my 6th time playing through the game. This is one of my favorite games ever made. So, aha! There it is. Anyway, here's a fun fact about this game, and I've said this already, but I'm not sure if you're aware. I like how with the way the game is structured, you could actually approach a playthrough of A Hat in Time without like touching a single time rift, because you need like 25 timepieces to unlock the final chapter, which is just the amount that's there for when you're just focusing on the main chapter content. But the time rifts make up the remaining like 14, I think. So if for whatever reason, I don't know why, but if for whatever reason you don't really care for the time rifts, you don't have to play through a single one of them. So yeah, but that's the reason why this stream is just all time rifts, because I basically decided to avoid all of them and just focus on all the chapter content. So yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, when I finish streaming this whole game again, I will be eventually doing A Hat in Time streams. Like, there's a bunch of mods that I've installed, which I've actually uninstalled just for performance concerns. But I've installed a bunch of mods, yeah. I really want to play through, like, for example, what was it called? After Story, a few other mods that I've played through. Just a bunch of mods, basically. Like, I don't know how long. So, like, basically what I'm saying is that I would love to do regular streams of A Hat in Time mods, basically. Alright, one more time rift. Alright. How many golden tickets are in this thumbnail? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tickets? You only collect 4 in the actual game. Oh, cool! I hope you have a good time on Twitch. So wait a minute, this is your first time on Twitch. Does that mean you're the first person you're watching a stream? Am I the first streamer you're watching? Interesting. Oh! Yeah, I'm still fairly new to Twitch. I actually only started streaming like back in early February because I decided to stream Rayman 3 on my birthday, which is February 5th. And since then, I've been wanting to do more streams because I'm just realizing how fun it is to actually do streams. It's also just a good way for me to actually like get into games I haven't really played yet, because I often feel like, I don't know, I don't really have time to play games nowadays just because I'm busy with like work and stuff. But with Twitch streams, it's like, oh well, I'm committing some time into Twitch. I think this is just a good opportunity for me to just play a bunch of games I haven't played yet. So yeah. Where's that one area? It's like a fish market. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I'm hoping that my commentary improves. Like I got some people say they like my commentary, and that makes me happy. I hope I'm not too awkward or too annoying. It's funny because like back then I used to be like really shy about sharing myself out there like this, but I think because I just made a bunch of friends online and just became more comfortable being in Discord calls, that's what kind of motivated me to actually start streaming. So it's a good thing that I don't know where I'm going, because I do actually need a bunch of pawns for when I repair the Purple Time Rifts, so... Oh, I can hear it. Oh, oh, yeah. Yeah, I've played Deltarune, both chapters, and I'm looking forward to more chapters of Deltarune. I've also played Undertale back when it was new. And funny thing is that I distinctly remember when Undertale was actually new. I remember seeing on Tumblr like this new game called Undertale that's currently in the making, and they showed like that one little moment where it's like you interact with the cactus, and they said it's the most tsundere of plants. That was like the first time I ever saw anything of Undertale, and that was before it released. So by the time Undertale actually released and then it blew up, it was like, I was like, I was there from the start. um, but yeah, I don't think, I don't think I will be doing. Well, I don't know. I was thinking of doing an Undertale or Deltarune stream. It's gonna be kind of weird though, because I already know what happens in both games, so I don't know exactly what I would do right there. Woo! 40 timepieces, which is basically how many there are in the main game, but I also did the DLC chapters, so, you know. Ooh! Yes! It's always a jackpot getting music in these roulettes. Let me get some water. Alright. Hold on. I just sneezed. Excuse me. How many Rift tokens do I have? Oh, just one? Okay. Alright, moving on to Battle of the Birds. And actually, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for, according to my OBS, it's saying 24 minutes, so yeah, I'm still early on. There's one right here, and there's another right there. Okay. Murder on the Owl Express. Yeah, but I've only been streaming not even for half an hour, so. Let me just avoid the crows because I don't need to go through them again.
Did you notice, but if you had a pet, what do you think the name of your pet's?
Ah! That guy was just creeping up over there. Oh. I like these time rifts. They're kind of like the secret courses in Mario Sunshine, only you don't have to revisit them for red coins. Because Sunshine does that. Mario Sunshine does that, where like some secret coins, not secret coins, they require you to revisit the secret courses just to do red coin missions, and I always thought that's such a honestly desperate way of adding more content to the game. Uh, So I'm just happy that the time rifts here are basically just one and done, because that's all they really need to be. Those owl enemies only ever show up in these time rifts and in the final chapter, but I don't think the owl enemies ever actually show up in this chapter itself, which is kind of funny. And, you know, since I don't have any collectibles now, I'll just put on the camera badge. What device do I use to play? OBS. Yeah. I've actually been experiencing a little issue where OBS keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. So if my stream ended abruptly and then I just came back, that's why. So be wary of that. But so far, I'm not having that issue now, so that's a good sign, I hope. Oop. But yeah, it's OBS. Ooh. I actually did try toying around with the modding tools for A Hat in Time. It's not bad, and I actually did like make a little test blue time rift, which I didn't publish because there's not much to it. Don't hit me. I do want to like actually make mods for this game, because it just seems like I just think there's something special about the fact that we have a 3D platformer with mod support. That doesn't happen often, and I'm so grateful for that. My favorite game on Steam, if I use Steam, that's a hard question because there's so many different types of games. I mean, I guess I would say that this is Hat in Time is the game I play the most, so I would say this one probably. You know what? Yeah, I think that's fair. I would say this is my favorite. But I also do this thing yearly where I would stream both Portal and Portal 2, as those are two of my favorite games ever made. I think Portal and Portal 2 are like the closest you'll get to like perfect video games. Ooh, I like this remix.
Well, that's why once.
I don't play Gmod, but I am a big Half-Life fan. I love the Half-Life series. Ooh. Nope.
Now, hello? Now tell us, darling.
Oh, here's the photographer. I don't think I've talked to him here yet.
Pretty all right, kid. It feels great finally being here after all these years. But that darn Steve from work sent me a postcard from the sun. He says it's great. I can't believe that guy, always trying to one-up me.
I've said this before, but if they were to ever make a sequel to A Hat in Time, I would love it if they decided, let's not bring back any character from this game, except for this guy. Let's only bring him back. And I feel like that would actually happen. Yeah, A Hat in Time has a really nice style. It's not like the most graphically refined game, but I really love how stylized it all is. It's very proud of its cartooniness. Ah, who drives cars on top of a building? That's dangerous, guys. This is kind of like a weird question, but something I was actually thinking about in regards to like mods is how like when a developer is making mods, when a developer is making a game with full-on mod support from the beginning, how does that impact the rest of the game. Because, like, for a Hat in Time, I feel like the locations that are in the game that modders can basically use for, you know, their own mods, I feel like it covers a good variety of visuals that, you know, could appeal to anyone. You know, you get some good naturalistic assets, town assets for this area, industrial assets, and all that. And I'm just wondering, like, if it was just by pure luck that they just happened to reach a good variety for modders to do a lot with, or if that's just something like they wanted to plan out. Most likely the former, but I just think it's interesting because it's like, if I were to make my own video game with mod support, I would want to have the game cover a wide gamut of environments for anyone to use. Where's the... Okay, it's on top of a green roof, so... Aha! There it is. Ow. There we go. Oh yeah, this one. This is basically the clone. Basically, their second shot at doing the sort of cosmic clone gameplay that was in like Galaxy 2, and now it's giving it second chance here. I think that's kind of cool in a way because it's like the main game has a really good variety of mechanics that aren't reused constantly, and the time rifts are kind of like a good opportunity for them to actually like flesh out these ideas further into more unique situations like this. I really like that. Hop across these cookie platforms. I sometimes wonder what these time rifts actually represent, because they're like they're depicting what appears to be a sunken town with a bunch of clock towers, and in the background you might even see a whale. And I'm just curious, like, what exactly is the time rifts? If there's a mod to make it more realistic, I don't think it's impossible. I recall one mod that just takes place in like a realistic grassy field. It's actually by the 3D model director of A Hat in Time, Haboy. He did make a mod where it's basically that. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I'm assuming it's possible to make a realistic style game. Oh yeah, here's the whale right there. Hold on. Let me get closer to it, because this whale in the background is actually like really detailed. Like, I'm kind of surprised they put so much quality into it. I wish I could get a better look at it, but yeah, people did rip a model of that whale in the background. Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting background details in this game. Whoop. But yeah, I'm just curious what these time rifts are meant to represent. Like, I like to think that this sunken town area is where, like, I like to think that it's meant to represent like Hat Kid's home area. Like, we really don't know much about Hat Kid herself, neither Bo Kid, but it is just kind of interesting just thinking about it. Alright, so that's all the time rifts there. Let's go to Subcon Forest, my favorite chapter. Oh yeah, and there's Snatcher over there. I'm thinking of doing a Death Wish stream, which... I'm not looking forward to that. Hello! How you doing, Dance? Random... How you doing, Random 9 Dude? How you doing? Thank you for watching my... coming here for the first time. Oh, by the way, I forgot to bring this up. Beneath my stream is a soundboard, if you can access that. if you want to play around with sound effects, you can do that. So yeah. Anyway, what do we have here? Oh yeah, these two. People say that finding the time rifts in this chapter is hard. Like, it's the hardest to find them in this chapter, but I disagree. I actually think this is one of the easiest chapters to find time rifts in, because all you really need to know about the time rifts here is that they're basically like located near the edge of the map, basically. Like, there's no time rifts in the middle of it all. Like, no, like, just hug like the walls of the area and you're good. Like, here it is. There's a time rift right there. Oh yeah, and I want to show this off. Look at that! It's Bushcat. So for those who don't know, there's a cut enemy in A Hat in Time called the Bushcat. Obviously, it was cut out in the final release. That is until like last year, where an update actually brought back these creatures, and this one is just roaming around in the background. You can't approach them. But yeah, Bushcat is back in the final release. I'm so surprised. Look at that face. Ah! Anyway. Pipe. Do you know how to dance? Yeah, you just like... Well, let me wait for the map to load. Look at all that. But yeah, to dance, you basically press up and down a bunch, and yeah, you can do this. And the dance does sync with the music, so she's doing it pretty slow and gentle now. Very soothing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm grateful. I love teaching people a bunch of things you may not know about the game. It's a great feeling. Oh yeah, these falling platforms. A Hat in Time has a lot of A Hat in Time has a lot of really neat Easter eggs like that. It's kind of loaded to talk about this now, but I figure since nothing's really happening in these time rifts, I may as well say it. One of the most interesting Easter eggs in A Hat in Time is something regarding the Mole Man ARG. And for those who don't know, I'm assuming they don't. So before A Hat in Time was actually released, there was this YouTube channel that goes by the name of MoleMan1111. And this channel consists of a bunch of very short, cryptic videos that took place within this game's engine. And they tell a story that's not in the final game, one that involves Time Lords and a time war and all that kind of stuff. And references to the Mole Man ARG is in the final game through some Easter eggs. Like, for example, if you enter the attic, which I will show you the attic Easter egg after I finish the next time rift here. There is like a wall of pictures depicting environments and story details from the Mole Man series. Oh, you never play the game? I see. Yeah, A Hat in Time is a very good game. It's like... I don't remember what it costs. It's like, with DLC, the game costs about $45, and I think the game is more than worth its money. Like, it's fantastic. Okay. Welcome back, RQ. Yeah, so I checked my OBS and my internet. I think what it is basically just... my internet just disconnected randomly, so yeah, that's the reason why I disconnected. That happens sometimes. My internet would just disconnect randomly, and I hope it doesn't do that again. But anyway, let's find. Well, something I like to do is to actually just air dive and bounce, because the bouncing actually conserves your momentum like that, and it's just so fun to do. But anyway. Whee. And I asked this last time, but how are you doing, RQ? I always like this area. Working. Yeah. Boop. Well, I have to go back to work at about 4 hours from now, so... But I have a lot of time until then, so... There's a bouncing mod. There are maps. I think there are maps. There are mod maps that has you bounce across mushrooms. In fact, that's actually another thing created by Haboy. It's just, I think it's called Mushroom Hell, and it's literally just a super challenging map involving bouncing mushrooms. So yeah. How about me? I'm doing good. Currently, I'm back at work at my old workplace, and now for a while now, I had like my own cleaning business set up, but unfortunately, since my family is like moving out and stuff, we have to like that business has to slow down. So in the meanwhile, I am basically back to doing my old job, which is fine. I like doing my old job, but it is a lot of work, so. But yeah, otherwise, I've been doing good. I've been drawing a lot. I'm currently experiencing a Rayman brain rot, as you might have noticed in my in your Discord server, RQ, and other friends. Let's do this. Did it too soon. No! Oh, that was lucky. Seriously? Wait, what? Okay. Wasn't so lucky there. Ledge grabbing on moving platforms is always a little janky in this game. I played this one mission where it's like, I think it's a mod, where I have to do ledge grabs across these moving platforms, but like the animation always lags behind, so like I keep falling into a bottomless pit. It's not very fun. The map itself was cool though. How hard is A Hat in Time? A Hat in Time is not a very hard game. I would actually say that A Hat in Time is a fairly easy game in its main content. Like, the hardest the game ever gets is like the time rifts in Chapter 6. Especially the purple time rift in Chapter 6. That one is actually like pretty hard. It's the hardest challenge in the game, I think. But otherwise, the rest of the game is pretty smooth sailing. It's not too demanding. Of course, if you want that extra challenge, you could play Death Wish mode, which, in my opinion, I think goes way too far in making it hard. But, you know, when I eventually decide to stream Death Wish, I'm just gonna show why. I don't like Death Wish. Anyway, let's move on to Chapter 4. Hold on. I just sneezed again. Alright. Woo! So, like, if I were to rate how hard A Hat in Time is, I would say, like, Well, actually, I don't really know how to answer that because it's like I don't really determine difficulty by like that kind of point number average. I guess I would say it's like around a 5 or a 6. I don't know. Alright, RQ, stay safe. This chapter always takes a bit longer to load just because it's just so huge. Can we, despite how iffy I find the design of this chapter is, like, it is just impressive how big this chapter really is in comparison to the rest of the game. Because, like, a chapter like Mafia Town and Subcon Forest makes me think that, like, the open-ended chapters are going to be, like, relatively, subdued or whatever. But no, it's like... But then this chapter comes along and it's like, yeah, no, we can really flex how big we can make a world in this game can be. Let's go to the Twilight Bell. As I said before, one of my main issue with this chapter is how it would often have a lot of in-between fluff between the set pieces, and I feel like that's not really necessary since I feel like this chapter is already big enough as is. Considering that unlike other chapters, you don't get booted out of the game, booted out of the chapter, sorry. But this section right here, preceding the Twilight Bell, is, I think, the best way of handling it. It's just one area, and then after that, you're just in the set piece. And that's all you really need to do. Oh, you couldn't play this game? Yeah. A Hat in Time is a surprisingly demanding game. Like, my biggest criticism of A Hat in Time is that it's not very well optimized. Like, on Nintendo Switch especially, which is the version of the game I first played A Hat in Time with, the Switch version is like 16 or so gigabytes, which is absurd considering that a game like Mario Odyssey, which looks better and have more content, is only about 5 gigabytes. So clearly it's like they just didn't do a good job of optimizing this Unreal 3 game on the Nintendo Switch. And yes, this game is on Unreal Engine 3, and as far as I could tell, Unreal Engine 3 is not really optimized for Switch, because why would it? And that just leads to a large inflated file size like that. But yeah, Hat in Time is not a super... It's not a super well optimized game, unfortunately. Which is kind of embarrassing considering, it doesn't really look that graphically advanced. Hi, Ultra Boo. Yeah, the Switch port is just kind of funny. And like, there was initially plans for like a Wii U port that never came through, right? And I remember at the time, like a lot of fans were really pissed off that like A Hat in Time was not going to be on Switch. And then now it is on Switch, and it's basically the worst version of the game. But I am forever grateful for the Switch version just because that was how I was introduced to this game. If it wasn't for that, I would have no experience with this game. Oh, really? Yeah. It is a miracle, but it's like, yeah. It's by a different team, right? It's not Gears for Breakfast that handled the Switch port, right? Ah! Because I seem to recall, like, they got a team to actually get a Switch port running because they didn't have the time to do it, or something. Anyway, that was a short time rift. Anyway, Ultra Boo, we're basically finishing this game once and for all. I'm just doing all the time rifts. Ah, I see. Yeah. One of the strangest differences between the console ports and the PC version is that some of the Yarn locations, I don't know if it's Yarn and Rift tokens, but I know specifically Yarn. I see. Yeah. One of the strangest differences between PC and console, as far as I could tell, is that there's some different Yarn locations. Like I remember in, specifically in Times N, there's like this one yarn that's inside of a explodable crate. And like, it's a type of yarn that's kind of tricky to get because if you don't catch it in time, it will fall into the lava. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think once it falls into the lava, you can't get the yarn ever again, which is funny. Hi Lavendeer, how you doing? This time rift location is tricky because it's like there's a blue windmill, I can see that, but where exactly is this located? I can never memorize this one. But anyway, good. I was having stream issues early on, and that's mainly because my internet just randomly disconnected, so I had to end stream very early on. But fortunately, you didn't miss much at all. I was just starting Mafia Town and just stopped there. Anyway. Where is the time rift? Oh, I think it's right over there, I think? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I say that as if I saw a time rift there, but there's not. But I just have an instinct that it's there. I have recompleted this game multiple times, and that time rift still tricks me up. Alright, you take care. Even the villagers telling you to take care. Anyway, yeah, there it is. Oh no! Get away from me! Whew. And let me decustomize my hats because I can't really memorize what each hat looks like. There you go. Curly Tail Trail. Oh, that was a funky camera. Oh! Get away from me! Just keep jumping. Oops. Hey! No! Ah! Stop! Give it back. Oh. Yeah. Welcome back. And yeah. You just missed me getting assaulted by a bunch of cats. Alright, that's 2 time rifts. Okay, so I'm moving on to Arctic Cruise. Sorry about that. My throat is a little stuffed. Do I have enough pawns to repair? I think I do. Yeah. Cool. Wait. Wait a minute. What is... Whoa! What is... Oh! Oh, okay, never mind. I was wondering, like, what is that white line? I forgot that's actually... Yeah, never mind. Ship shape. I showed this before, and I'll show it again. Yeah, I'll save it for later, actually, if I remember. Well, I'll just say it right now. So I said this before, but like, so each chapter has like a unique color for its act select. Originally, the white color was used for Chapter 4, Alpine Skyline. But when this DLC came out and they used the white color for this chapter as well, they changed Alpine Skyline's act select color to green instead. Which is an interesting change. I like it, but it's like, yeah. Where's the time rift? Right. Oop. Let me just use this hat now. Let's go to the elevator. Out. The time rifts, like I said, the time rifts in Chapter 6 are like surprisingly tricky, especially the purple time rift. But yeah, the time rifts here are a little challenging, which I kind of like. Oh. There we go. Aha! There we go. Balcony. Oh yeah, this time rift. Yeah, this one's a little tricky, actually. Especially the sliding part. Oof. Nope! I mean, of course I got this. I've played this game multiple times. Also, I don't need that platform. Whee! It is fun sliding. More 3D platformers should have sliding. More games should have sliding in general. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I don't need that platform. Oh, but I need this one. There we go. Yeah, they're kind of tricky. I kind of like this time rift, but it is a very awkward one, especially this part right here. Let me just use a time hat. But I really don't like the purple time rift in this one. Like, that one is just way too much. Ah! Let me slide. What if there's a fan-made time rift? I actually think... What do you mean? Like, in the game itself? Because I actually think that's a thing in a Death Wish mode. I think there are a bunch of time rift levels unique ones that are made by fans. I know that Neokuza Metro's Purple Time Rift is a fan-made one. In fact, I think Ultra Boo made it? Ultra Boo, did you contribute a Time Rift to this game? Like, is it the Neokuza one, or am I mistaking it for another mapper? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, and the cruise rifts were outsourced. Huh. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I know that, oh shoot, what is his name? The guy who's doing, Project A. I know that he has something to do with, the Neokuza Rift. Yeah, but by Dan, yeah. Yeah, so there are actually a community-made Time Rift in the official game. And I really like the Neokuza Rift. That one is so cool. Whee. Clean. Yeah, I think one that's based on like rhythm platforms and another that's themed around the Twilight Bell. Yeah. I never actually got the chance to try out those riffs just because I'm not really a fan of Death Wish, but once I eventually decided to stream that mode, then yeah, I want to try those out. Yeah, community made. Yeah. And I forgot, does Neokuza have its own blue Time Rift? Yeah, no, it doesn't have a blue Time Rift. I remember now. It only has a purple Rift. Alright, well, let me just repair the purple Rift, the relic stands. Something I like to do when I'm repairing the relics is to actually put them in locations that is the most befitting. So like for example, in this art gallery room, I always put the crayon box here just because it just makes thematic sense. Like, oh yeah, this is the art room, so of course something here would be art related. And I feel like that's actually very consistent with all the areas that you put the relics in. Full-time thing for me, I'm seeing this as a hobby. Like, I know there are people out there, a lot of people out there that have made a living off of Twitch, and that's cool, that's great. I feel like that's a lot of pressure though. Like to be fair though, it would be cool. It would be nice making money off of this, but you know, I don't think it's sustainable for me. Yeah. Because where else would it go? And I always put the UFO in this area just because... Is it this area? Yeah. I always put the cows and UFO here just because it's like... Well, actually, is there anything else that would have been better for it? No. I always put the cows and UFO here because it's like a lab type setting, and it's like, well, what do scientists... What is the stereotypical... Oh, hold on. I think I got this wrong. Okay, yeah, like that. I always put the UFO in the science room because it just makes sense to me. Yeah. How many pawns do I have? Only 800. Let me save up a few for Mafia Town. Yeah, but I have not been grinding for pawns in this playthrough because I feel just playing through Mafia Town a bunch isn't entertaining to watch. Let me put this here and here. I don't know whether to put the hamburger here or there. I think I'll put the hamburger right here. Oh yeah, and they have descriptions. Research concludes that this thing is very soft to sit on, so soft that the only logical conclusion is that these are the chairs of this planet. It is not a snack. I tried. It tastes like fabric. Left burger. Yeah. I had no idea there was some fierce debate about whether are you left burger or right burger. And I put the train here. Which, actually, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I remember this train relic right here is actually in Vanessa's Manor. It's just there. Really? Oh boy. I have become public enemy #1. Oh wow, I still have enough riffs. Pawns, sorry. Nope. Oh, nope, not this one. Oh, well, actually, yeah. Desserts, because they serve those on the cruise ship. A fancy metal platform for displaying cakes. What kind of person would just show them off, though? They're for eating! I can't reach the ones on the top shelf. Aw. Is that Hat Kid herself actually writing these descriptions? That's nice. No worries, you have a good day. What the heck? Spaceships don't look like that. Where's the wood? Why is it sucking up cows? This is assaulting. I'm gonna sue. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, cool. So I do have enough pawns. A necklace stand for jewelry store. Sure. I'll go with that. My research tells me that this stuff is expensive and costs lots of dollars. All this money takes up lots of space, so I think this is a way of storing it easier. Plus, it's shiny. Yeah. And let me read the train description. This looks like a tiny version of the train the birds used to get to work. Are there tiny birds in there? Do they make tiny movies? I don't have time to deal with tiny bird society. Lovely. I'm assuming this is not the case, but I think it would have been cool if you're playing as Bo Kid that she has her own unique descriptions and stuff. But, you know, obviously I don't think that's really the case because Bo Kid is just essentially a reskin Hat Kid. Ooh. These were made for vandalism, definitely. Even I feel compelled to take these and draw everything. I can only conclude that this vandalism toolkit must be illegal. That makes this relic extra rare. If only the package had been opened, only a monster would open the package of a rare item. Yeah. Anyway, Purple Time Rift time. And how long I've been streaming? An hour? So yeah, pretty good progress. Ah, it's in the beach. Cool. Ah, boy. Leave him alone! Okay, let's find the beach. Oh, yeah, there's a cannon. I forgot. That should take me to the beach. Where's the cannon? Oh. Okay. Aha! There it is. Face through the door, like that. I love the Time Rift music. The purple Time Rift music. Let's get a good look at the background, because I know it's supposed to take place in like, I think all purple Time Rifts take place in like a in a cave with like purple crystals and stuff. Obviously, it's all buried deep within. Anyway.
Hello, little child. This is Mafia Time Rift. Timepiece hit Mafia in head, and now Time Rift filled with Mafia thoughts and dreams. This Time Rift is simple. Simple like Mafia. Just how Mafia like. Rules of Time Rift. If you die, you start over. You need rift pawns to go deeper. That is all the rules. Please tread carefully in Mafia Time Rift. Mafia like to experience past.
Alright. Oh yeah, and of course the hatch itself is clock. I'm just now noticing that this knob is connected to like a glass plane. Interesting. Look at all this gore that's on display right here. This is gruesome, isn't it? No wonder this game got re-rated to a teen rating in the Switch version. That and you know, the subcon nooses. Anyway. Okay, there's nothing here. Cool. Usually I like to collect every single rift pawn in these levels, even though I don't really need all of them. I just feel like I want to be extra thorough as I possibly can. Woo. Aha. Oh, these are actual enemies. What? Wait. Okay. I thought they were entirely background characters. What is that beeping sound? Do you all hear it? I hope not. I love that sound effect. Oop. Am I missing? Oh wait, no I'm not. There's one more area. Yeah. Don't throw cans at me. I don't drink soda anymore. Aha. Wait a minute. What is that over there? Hey! Stop! Brain damage. Huh. Ow. Alright, I'm going. I'm going. Give it to me. $48. The Mafia's Grand Voyage. What a stinky little factory. Even all the ladies have to stay behind. They have to keep working at the factory, I suppose. While they all get to have the fun. Every time you finish a purple time rift, you're always doing like a roulette, and it can be kind of a mood killer. But yeah, let's do Battle of the Birds next. Whoop. It's located at Deadbird Studio. Cool. Ooh. Ah, I actually did skip that trigger with the penguins escaping off this cart. So I skipped that trigger and the penguins are just still there and I could like interact with them, but I just phased through them. It's pretty funny. There it is. Probably one of the more sinister sounding Time Rift music. Whew. Now, is there anything up around there? Yeah, they still have like the what do you call it? The reflective map in this little doorway right here. Does make for a cool trippy effect in this context. Oh boy. My family are doing housework again, so you're likely gonna hear a lot of in the background. Last time I checked, it wasn't that bad in stream, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, it is a little distracting. Boop. This area right here is a little tricky to find stuff. Aha. Nope. No! Oh well. One more. Let's see. Nope, nothing I'm missing so far. That's good. I hope I'm not missing anything. No, doesn't look like it. So, we should be good. Yeah, no. I'm doing good so far. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and the oh, woo, that was close. The what was I about to say? Yeah, I just remember in this Time Rift, the last story page is in the last area, so I'm basically all set. But I'll just collect all the Rift Pawns anyway. Oh my god. Alright, cool. Woohoo! That drill is pretty fitting in this environment, don't you think? Anyway. Conductor and Groove's Big Dreams. A desert town and a moon town. I really like that house that Conductor has, the DJ Grooves has. Very sleek. Yeah, it does. Just kids watching TV. I like how this is illustrated with the colors. Years later. Uh-oh. The drill represents the seething anger of both directors. Oh yeah, this hat. Fun trivia with this hat. I bring up a cut character in this game called Thor the Inventor, and I believe this hat is actually based on the hat that he wore. So yeah, interesting bit of reuse concepts there. Next, Chapter 3, Subcon. And the Subcon Rift has, I think, my favorite Time Rift song. Hi, Snatcher. This one is located. Oh right, the I think that's like a shattered timepiece. Like there's like a huge timepiece that's just broken. Let's check that out. There it is. Nice. Sleepy Subcon. Oh. This song. Oh, a lot of rift ponds here. Ooh. Oh, there's a giant wrecking ball here. Ooh. There's a story page right there. Yeah, I think this one has like the most rift ponds and story pages, I think. Ooh. Yeah, this one's particularly big. Oh my gosh, the wrecking ball killed a raccoon. Oh no. Alright, that's 5, so that's good. Yeah, that's a lot for that one stage. A bunch of sleepy raccoons. And there's two more in the next stage. Yeah. Yeah, there should be. Yeah, I don't know why there's so many pages in that second section. My god. Platforms break. One more. Oh yeah, and you can get up top there. Nothing too crazy. Cool. It's that swirly green stuff again. And actually, this area is interesting because it has like these plant creatures right here. I think these are also like cut enemies, but they decided to reuse their assets as like background props here. But yeah, Subcon would have had like full-on plant enemies like that. Ow. And the last story page is right under here. It's a large, heavy book titled Proof of Ethical Consumption Under Capitalism. The pages are all blank. Ah. Let's see. Nine pages? Good. Look at this area. Really nice. Dun, dun. Now we got 50 timepieces. There are 56 timepieces total in this game, which is kind of a weird number. But anyway, the tale of Queen Vanessa. Ah, look at these two. Oh no! Oh, but it was a misunderstanding. He was just buying flowers. No. And the prince was Snatcher all along. So, some background on that. That backstory was intended for a different character, not Snatcher. I've said this before. It was intended for a cut character named the Moonjumper. But when they decided to scrap the Moonjumper, they decided to use that backstory for the Snatcher instead. And this is reflected in like the actual character design of Snatcher's human form, where he's wearing like this red coat. The Moonjumper wears that red coat, indicating that they are the same character. But you know, that's sometimes plans changed. Alright. Next, Alpine Skyline. Oh, this one's pretty straightforward. Yep, it's right around here. Very simple. Alpine Skyline. I also really like this song. Huh. Oh. Alright, take care, Lavender. Ooh. Thank you so much. You have a good rest of the day. Whoop. Oh my god. Leave me alone, cats! I'll save myself there. This one's pretty awkward. Hot to crows. Oh my god. Okay. And 2 more pages for the next section. Yeah. I have to be very thorough. Hopefully I didn't miss any of the last one. There's one right here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at these gears. Ooh. I kind of like that each section of this time rift are representing like the 4 regions of Alpine Skyline. I mean, I guess that's true for every other Time Rift, but I think this is the most explicit. Ooh. Dun. This area is so nice. Alright, I think that's it. Cool. Head Kit is so metallic. Whoa. She's chrome. Anyway. Well, the Twilight Ascent. Oh my god, I just realized he's walking across a desert, which is what Alpine Skyline was originally gonna be. Interesting. Shiny? Got our conspiracy hat. Next is Arctic Cruise. Yeah. Oh, I'm not looking forward to Arctic Cruise, actually. That one is rough. But I had to do it. Time Rift detected. Yep, Bon Voyage. I'm just realizing the fish dude is actually in the artwork. Huh.
Are we ready to sail?
No. Let me decustomize my hats again, because I don't want to get tripped up. Ouch. Deep Sea. Oh boy. Another song that I really like. I think this one's pretty underappreciated. This song, at least. Not this level, though. This one's rough. Oh, and this one has 9 pages, too, right? Okay. It's those goddamn owls again. Get away from me! Oh no! Oh! That looks painful. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. Nothing back there. Alright. Oh my god. This area, this whole time rift is just really spread out across these different areas, and it's like, it gets really rough sometimes. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, right now I'm currently doing all the time rifts, and I'm doing the Deep Sea Time Rift. I try to think. This might actually be my least favorite thing in the main game. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Like, this is my least favorite timepiece to get. This one's just really tough in a way that's not all that fun. Ooh. But I really do like its music. So far it's not bad, but it gets rough. Ah! Let me climb all the way back up there. One of my main issues is how, like, failure is just really harsh in this time rift, where, like, you have to climb all the way back to the area you're supposed to be in, and it's just, yeah. It's a very vibey track. It's like the Bramble Scramble of the game, like a very soothing piece of music for like the hardest levels in the entire game. Have I been there yet? I don't think so. Okay. Whee. No! Oh my god. inside that treasure chest? Ah, story page. Cool. Moving on. I know I do. Of course, I have died in this rift a few times in the past, so like, you know, it's gonna suck replaying this mission again. But so far it's not too bad. Nothing back there. Oh, I don't like this part. Ooh, this part makes me nervous. Yeah, and it gets worse as you progress through the level. Come on. Alright, cool. And then the fortunate thing is that after this level we'll do the Neokuza one, and that's one of my favorite time rifts in the game, so it's not all hopeless. Is there anything else here? Nope. Alright, I think that's about it. Ah. Final one, and this is a point where it's like, holy cow. One last story page. I could just move on right now, but I do want to show off this level and not just skim through it, because I like collecting all the rift pawns. But yeah. Let's see. Let's go over here first. Like, I get what they're going for here. They want to make a level, a time rift that's like very expansive and exploratory in a way that's a lot more akin to like, I don't know, a full open level, but it just kind of stretches itself too thin. Hold on. Let's go over here. I'll do that one later. And then do this. Ooh. Oh, this part sucks. This part sucks. Oh, God. There we go. And this part also sucks because it's so awkward to platform through this. I had no idea what to do with this section for the longest time, and it's only until I realized that, oh yeah, these platforms are actually moving up, so that's how you avoid the flame. It's very awkward. Ooh. Like, here's the thing. Like, I think in the context of a more linear level, this is actually like some really good platforming. Like, I actually really like doing this kind of thing. But in the context of like this kind of level where you have to explore for trinkets, and especially when you lose in this level, you start all the way back to the beginning collecting all of it. It just sucks. Like, that type of platforming should have been better kept for like an actual optional hard linear platforming challenge, because that stuff right there in the context of linear platforming, I really like that. Just not in an exploratory sense. But anyway, we're fucking done with this level. Excuse my language. Whee! 52. So, whoa! The world just disappeared. Anyway, Lost at Sea. I think this is the saddest backstory of the bunch. That is indeed a boat. Who knew that just knowing the existence of boats would grant you easy graduation? I can relate to this, getting communication all fucked up. Oh no. Years later. So the Walrus captain just got separated from his teacher, his mentor, and he's hoping that he'll get to see him one day, but then... oh no. Yeah, he's gone. He's never gonna see him again. Yeah. It's very grim. But anyway, back to gambling. Yeah. And like you know, people would say like the Snatcher backstory is sad, and it is too, but I think this one's even more bleak because it's just like, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's like the only story that actually deals with like a character going through a death of a loved one. So, you know, it's definitely hits harder in that regard. So hold on. Next we have... I'm trying to think. Am I missing something? Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah. There's actually additional time rifts in the spaceship itself. So yeah, I'll do those afterward. But yeah. Anyway. Neokuza time. But first, let me swim in this money. Wait a minute. What's in these dollar bills? Look at that smug cat. What made me want to play A Hat in Time? I just like 3D platformers, and I've known about this game when it was on Steam Greenlight. I remember seeing screenshots of it, and I thought, you know, it looked neat, but it doesn't look like that good to be honest. But Yellow Overpass Station. Okay. But eventually the game came out on Nintendo Switch in 2019, and you know, I wanted more games to play on my Switch, so I bought that game. Not the best way to play the game. Worse graphics, worse performance. It's way too big on Switch. It's not. It's the worst way to play A Hat in Time. But I did have fun with the game. A lot of fun with the game. I fell in love with the game on Switch, and that just encouraged me to buy the PC version, just because I know that there is a big modding community for this game, and the mods in this game are wonderful. But yeah, I'm so grateful for the Switch version in that regard. The fact that it gave me a taste of what A Hat in Time is, just even in its diminished glory. Yeah, Neokuza Metro is one of my favorite chapters. It's the open world design of Alpine Skyline done right. And just visually stunning too. Like, clearly the success of A Hat in Time has warmed warranted them a bigger budget for this DLC because it's just really polished compared to everything else in the game. Oop. Anyway. And this time rift is one of my favorites in the game as well. It might actually be my favorite time rift in the whole game, actually, now that I think about it. And this time rift is special because this is actually a community-made time rift. There was actually like a mod version of this available before it got reintegrated into the full game at this level, which is really cool. Yeah. What I like the most about this time rift is that this is just a full-on new level. Like, it's not really based on anything in Neokuza Metro. It is just straight up a new area exclusive to this time rift, the Rumby Factory. Ooh. Like, it's so cool. And I also really like the music of this level. It's really different from the rest of the Time Rift levels. It's so much more sinister and subtle. Just really good stuff. Ooh. And you know, this is definitely a breath of fresh air after the Deep Sea Time Rift that I just finished. It's like an apology in a way. Ooh. Who made my character? Oh, you mean me? That's me. I drew it, basically. I drew my avatar. I do art on my phone, actually. What you're seeing is drawn on Ibis Paint X on my phone. Yeah. I don't think... Have I properly introduced myself? I think I have, but just to kind of explain myself, my name is Rifter. I am an artificial organism that lives in a space station. And I just happen to have really good internet here that connects to your planet. So, you know, it's good stuff. Okay, I don't think there's any more here, so let's move on. Whoop. I just got a message. Oh, never mind. Oh! You wanted to be an artist? I mean, you still can, you know? Like, anyone can do art. But of course, if you mean like as a full-time thing, then yeah, I can understand. Whoop. I should do this thing more often in streams, where after I leave a stream, I would just promote my socials, because I actually do art commissions on Ko-Fi. Currently, I have 6 slots open. I do artwork in the style of simple sketches, a full rendered image. I even do pixel art comms, which currently are unavailable because they're all filled out. But yeah, if you're interested, you can check out my Ko-Fi. My Twitter account is linked down below the stream, I think, and you can access Ko-Fi there. So yeah. Is there anything I'm missing? Just to be very thorough. Do I have like a Discord group or something? I'm a part of a bunch of Discord servers, but I don't have my own Discord server. And I'm not planning on making one anytime soon because I don't really think I need to. um, let's see. Okay, I don't think there's anything around here, so I should be good. Yeah. Let's go over here. Yeah, this area is divided into multiple sections, so there's a lot of room for pages to be fine. Get that. I like how, because I access this time rift through the Yellow Pass station, you still see like the Yellow Pass UI in the top right corner, which makes me wonder actually. Sorry, which makes me wonder actually, like, are the time rift levels not their own maps? Are they actually still, in a way, a part of the bigger level? Because it's like the load times for these levels are actually not that long, which seems to just suggest, I don't know, maybe it's just a weird quirk with the UI. That could be it. Whoop. Nope. Oh yeah, this area. Don't honk at me. What's my other hobbies? Besides doing art, I like playing games, listening to music, writing, you know, just general creative stuff. Also, I don't really have the time to do this nowadays, but sometimes, if I'm really bored, I would actually like build something with, you know, Lego and stuff. I am like a Bionicle fan, so you know I really like creating characters in that regard. Ow. Oop. Okay. Interesting area. What mic do you suggest? I don't have like the best mic. I mean, let me check real quick. I just have like I'm just using like a Logitech USB mic, just because that's what's available right now. I am thinking of getting like a better mic that's like a little cleaner, because my mic quality is not that great. It's perfectly serviceable, but you know, it could be better. But you know, don't worry too much about like getting like the best mic you can, because like a lot of people will start off with like kind of mediocre mics, and like it's perfectly serviceable. It's fine. But yeah, if you want my mic, it's a Logitech USB. Oh yeah, here's a fun thing. If you whack this Rumby, it gives you a sprint yard. And I actually suspect that that might actually be because this Rumby right here is just reused from like that one Rumby in the hub world, where if you've skipped Mustache Girl's tutorial, he will give you the sprint yard instead. It's interesting. But anyway. Oh, look at all this money. And then there's one story page in the last section, so if there's 2 more in this section, then I should be good. Whoop. Whee! Sure, that works. Wait, what? Oh, this glass. Okay. Ah, last story page right there. Nice. Yeah. It's kind of funny about the walking animation. There's a bunch of like videos of like prototypes for this game, and even when they actually have a finalized design for Hat Kid, she always had like a very different walk cycle that kind of looks more like the walk cycle I would compare it to is like wait. Okay. The walk cycle I would compare it to is like a New Super Mario Brothers when you're walking. Like, she just kind of like slants upward. Not upward, but like, she just like slants backwards while walking. It's just kind of funny to look at. But yeah, they went with this animation instead. Much more refined. Anyway, let's slide on over. And it's one right here. Whee! What games do I play on Nintendo? I mean, besides Mario, I play Metroid, big Metroid fan. Sonic, Mega Man, just a bunch of games. Kirby. But, yeah. I played a bunch of games. I mean, lately I've been building up my Steam library with a bunch of games that aren't from like what I usually grew up with, so I've been trying to branch out. Also, I play Rayman. Super Smash, I'm not into fighting games, so I actually did play a lot of Smash Brothers Brawl's Subspace Emissary, but other than that, I'm not really into like fighting games in general. But anyway, one last journey. Hello, Rydam. How you doing? Yeah, I just completed this rift. I'm currently going through all the time rifts, and after that, I'm basically done with this game. But yeah, this time rift story is pretty good. It's like, here's the events of this game through Rumby's perspective. It's kind of cute. Though, unfortunately, we don't really have a backstory for the Empress, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm happy to have you here, Rydam. Why did she bring this plan over? What is she doing? Got all the timepieces. Wonderful. Anyway. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Alright. Alright, now we have 53 timepieces, so now I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do the 2 last timepieces in the spaceship, and then we'll finally do the final one, located in the attic. Wait a minute, is that a ball? No, it's not. Okay. Whee. I'll do this one first, since it's the nearest one. The lab. Oh, these enemies. These ones are pretty annoying. I do have an Oculus Rift, and the 2 VR games I played on Steam are Boneworks and Half-Life Alyx. Boneworks is pretty cool, but it gives me like a headache when I play it. Half-Life Alyx is fantastic. I love Half-Life Alyx, especially as a Half-Life fan. It might be one of my new favorite games in the series, like up there with Half-Life 2 as my absolute favorite. Other than that, I also do own a PlayStation VR, where the only game I played on it was Astrobot Rescue Mission, another fantastic VR game. It's a 3D platformer where you're the camera and you have a lot of interaction with the world with the to help your robot character and stuff. It's very wonderful. There's so many good VR games, and it's kind of a shame that currently, with where Valve's priorities are at and how Facebook kind of cannibalize, I guess, for lack of a better term, Oculus, that VR gaming is kind of in free fall right now. Oh yeah, I'm aware about that. Bone Labs. That's a sequel. Yeah. I've been thinking of like getting a Valve Index in the future. Like if I sell my Oculus Rift, I will get a Valve Index because I've heard that's like really good. So. Yep, that's the last one for me to gamble. At this point, Cat Kid's gambling addiction has reached a critical point, and she is no longer allowed. And what makes it even worse, I only have one Rift token yet. Now, what am I gonna do with this Rift token? It's such a shame. Anyway, to the art gallery. By the way, I pointed this out in the stream. I took a look at all the paintings in this area and stuff. They're all very lovely. Oh, you have to go now? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, take care. But I just want to point this out, that this painting has the letters JFK prominently shown. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. But yeah, you take care, Limino. Thank you so much for coming over. The gallery. Yeah. Sorry. Someone was just calling me over. In fact, let me take care of this real quick. Won't take too long. Okay. Yeah, it most likely is. I just think it's interesting that this spaceship has like dedicated areas for these two time rifts. It just makes me wonder if, like, you know, instead of time rifts, what if there was like other chapters pertaining to those rooms? Like, what if there's like an art world or a science world? That would be kind of neat. But anyway, final time rift. Actually, speaking of the whole room thing, final story riff, yeah. Speaking of the room thing, so I wanted to make a video game. I don't know what kind of video game I want to make. But one of the games that I wanted to make is an A Hat in Time fan game, where I was thinking like, what if I turn A Hat in Time into like a 2D platformer, and it has like a bunch of unique levels and stuff. And I was just thinking of like looking at the spaceship and see like what kind of rooms I could use to as inspiration for like the chapters in my own game and stuff. Um, by the way, I've shown this off before, but if you enter this closet right here, you see like this wall of photos, which is meant to be a reference to the Moman ARG. Also a bunch of pictures as well. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Look at these skulls. Oh yeah, and I showed this off before too, that if you go inside this hole, there's like a... Hold on. There it is. If you go inside this hole, you see this area right here, and it basically tells you about the Roach King and stuff. Pretty compelling stuff. There is a similar secret at the end of the rift that is very interesting, as I'll show off later. The Roach King is indeed gold. Tour. It's kind of funny that this time rift was sort of created during the Dio DLC, I think. So like this rift only houses like the 5 main chapters, but not the DLC chapters. Also, this pile of pillows makes Hat Kid wait. Oh, okay, never mind. I was misremember. I remember playing a mod that has that room, and for some reason the pillows make you wet, mainly because it's using the swimming code. But yeah. Get away from me! Alright. Ouch. This is a pretty good note to end the game on, I think. Just a walk through all the previous areas that, you know, are actually relevant in the entire game, complete with like a bunch of remix tracks referencing the previous chapters. It's very cool stuff. Here's one story page, and there's 9 of them, so gotta be very thorough. I think there's like 2 pages per section, I believe so. Yeah. What is that? Mafia, want your money? You play at Mafia Cassion now. Okay. Oh yeah, and it has like the purple whale that's actually in the time rift levels in the background. Just hard to see. It should be right around here. Yep. Alright. Oh, and the transitions between the next song is so seamless too. Ooh. Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna die. I need to be very careful. Ba-da-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Whew. The bloody knife. This whole area is actually just based on like the Western Train area of Battle of the Birds, but not so much the moon-based stuff, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, I guess they just like the conductor more than DJ Grooves, even though both characters are perfectly good in my opinion. Oh. No! Ooh! That was close. And there's one more right there. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Have to be very careful around here. Oh, okay. Oh, pawn hearts. There you go. Okay, and I just noticed that whenever you like make an impact on anything, like your HUD actually like reacts to that. Like look at that. It's very neat. This is pretty neat. Ow. Right here. There should be 2 more pages down here. Is there any page up there? I have to double check. Soon. Okay, yeah, I think there's a page I'm missing up there, so let me go back. Look at that climbing animation. Uh, where could it be? Aha, there it is. Cool. Like, I like how this whole area right here is actually like a pretty good approximation of like all the areas that you've been through in Alpine Skyline. Ouch. Unlike the Chapter 2 area, which is like just conductor theme. Whoop. All right. Dun, 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 dun. We're so close. Alright. No! Woo! Messed up there. Also, just frozen in time for a moment. Alright. There we go. Last section. Collect these. Last story page. Woo! Whoa! What just happened there? Just went flying. Alright. That should be it. Ah, that's her castle. Finally, we're here. But first, let's show this off real quick. What happens if I go underneath this hole right here? Oh, what is this? There's a bunch of balls inside of it. Never noticed that. But yeah, this is yet another reference to the Moman ARG. This is referencing like a set piece that all takes place in this white environment. Pretty interesting. Though not canon. But it's time. And then and just like that, we have I have completed Ahead in Time yet again. The hero, obviously. Uh-oh. This is actually quite like a nice bookend. The first time riff, the first story time riff we've got was the Mafia one, and it all comes together here. And that's where she got that little coin that holds her cape. And we do get a reward for getting all the timepieces. Uh, what was it again? Oh yeah, it was like a... Oh, the game will show me. An intruder? What? Oh, oh, they left a gift. That's nice. I hope it's a good one. I wonder what we have. Ew! What is this? This is my reward for getting all the timepieces? Yeah, sure. But yeah, that's it. I've completed a Hat in Time, and I think now is a good time to basically end stream right then and there. So before I go, let me share some information. So this is hello RQ. Yeah, we just got this wonderful gift for completing the game. But anyway, to kind of give my plans, so this is not the last time I am streaming A Hat in Time. I'm basically finished with the main game. But there are two things. One, there is the Death Wish mode, which is a whole other thing. Thank you. There's a whole Death Wish mode, which is going to be a whole series of streams, just because that mode is a lot. It's like an entirely different game at this point. But I'm not going to do that, because A, I don't like Death Wish mode, and B, I want to do something else with this game, and that is to stream mods, basically. Hat in Time has a wonderful and thriving community of modders, from costumes to levels and all that. Specifically, I'm just going to show off the levels, just because that is the most substantially interesting part of streams, really. And so expect me in the future to, I think starting next month, I think, to start streaming A Hat in Time mods. A bunch of them, basically. And yeah, just like that, that's all I have to say regarding this game. To end the stream off, I'm just going to share my socials. Well, I don't have like the thing that some of my friends have, where the bot can basically tell you where you can find me. But I am on Twitter as @Rifter8Rocks. I'm on Tumblr as Rifter Remember Rockets. You can find me on Discord if you want to. And all my details are in bottom of the stream. If you want my Discord user tag, that's on my Twitter account. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm so happy. I'll look into it, RQ. I'll look into it. But yes, thank you so much for hanging out. I am so glad to have played this game to completion yet again. This is like the 6th time that I've completed this game. Not 6 time I finish it, complete it. So yeah, this game is wonderful. It's one of my favorite games ever made. I've already said this a lot in the end of this game's final boss, basically. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming over, watching me play this game, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!